Illegal migration. This seems to be the topic that will dominate the U.S. election campaign in the final straight. Donald Trump has moved south for the last time in this race. Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, 3 states that are in an uneven fight with illegal migrants, mainly due to Washington's policies, which Trump believes have led to disaster over the past 4 years.
But over the past 4 years, this state has become Kamala's staging ground to import her army of migrant gangs and illegal alien criminals into every state in America, and every state's a border state. You've heard that, it's true. Paving a trail of bloodshed, suffering, and death all across our land.
According to opinion polls, it is illegal migration that is becoming the most important program point for Americans. For Kamala Harris, it's a very touchy subject. So in the wake of Trump, she headed to Texas to speak there about abortion rights.
We are here because obviously it is a very important state, and we are here to really highlight that, sadly, the elected leaders of Texas, a lot of them, have made Texas ground zero in this fundamental fight for the freedom of women to make decisions about their own body.
The problem is that specifically in Texas, abortion issues are very clearly defined by state law, with which the vast majority of Texas agree with.
If we elect Kamala Harris, we're electing the most liberal president, I believe, in American history. There is nothing that a Bible-believing Christian can align with her on, and I think it's absolutely concerning, and we should be really concerned about the issues that we care about and those being really trampled in a Harris administration.
The fight for votes continues primarily in swing states. In Pennsylvania, the Polish-American community will have a lot to say. There, Republika Television is keeping a close eye on the finish of the election campaign.
Nigdy tak nie walczono polskie głosy w historii jak teraz.
The Polish vote has never been fought over as much as it is now. The state where we will be on Sunday, Michigan, may be the state next to Pennsylvania that will decide who will be the president of the United States. And it will be decided by polls, because there are 6 to 8% Polish people living there in Pennsylvania and Michigan. This is a sufficient number to determine the victory or defeat of the presidential candidate, because whoever wins this state probably wins the U.S. election. Kamala Harris is trying to conquer the campaign by inviting celebrities to her rallies. However, those celebrities, aside from statements of support, do not translate into voter preferences. Donald Trump has set his sights on influencers and internet celebrities. He just took part in a more than 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan, one of the most popular creators on the internet, who is followed by tens of millions of people.
Make this country unsuccessful. When you look at what's happening at our border, Joe, when you have people coming in that when other countries are allowed to empty their prisons into our country with murderers, we had 13,099 murderers dropped in our country over the last 3 years.
And 15,000 rapists convicted.
The interview was watched on YouTube by 10 million people in the first 10 hours alone. The podcast was listened to by several million more potential voters. Trump has set his sights on face-to-face meetings with voters at the end of the campaign, and this could become the key to the White House.